Does your state require that you track your expenses by client? Well, then you will learn how to do that in QuickBooks Online by watching this video, Profit and Loss by Client. If you have any questions about this topic, you can leave them in the comments section below and I'll do my best to help you. And of course, if you feel the video helped you, I hope you will click like and don't forget to subscribe to get updates on new videos that come out all the time. We have already saved the profit and loss by customer in our customized reports section. Let's practice report customization a little bit. Let's change the name from profit and loss by customer to profit and loss by client. And it's very simple. So we come back to the reports section. Now we are working in the custom reports section because that's what we set up in earlier videos. Now this is called profit and loss by customer and we can click and open it up. Now right now it's only showing the income from each customer because we have not yet recorded any expenses. But let's just change the name. We click the pencil tool and instead of profit and loss by customer, let's call it profit and loss by client. Oops. Now that it looks the way that we look, we click away and you can see it saves the name. Now we can click Save Customization and in the very name itself we can call it Client and click Save. Now when we go back to click Reports and Custom Reports, we really have two, Profit and Loss by Customer and Profit and Loss by Client. They're the same report with a different name. Because if you change the report name, you're making a new report that you're saving to the custom report list. Now, let's talk about paying law firm expenses. You can use the checks window if you are paying an expense by check. You can use the expense window if you're paying directly from the bank account to a vendor for some necessary service to run your law firm. So what would change in the trial balance if you paid money for a law firm related expense? Well, the cash in the bank would go down by the amount of the check by the amount that you paid. But whatever expense you're paying will increase. QuickBooks Online will document an increase in the expenses if you pay those expenses from your bank account. Now, when you're tracking expenses by client, that's because most states require that law firms track expenses by client. And when you record the check or expense, you as a law firm must include the specific client that the check or expense was for. If you include this, then you will be able to see the income, expenses, and profit that you made for each individual client. For example, let's imagine on February 22, we paid Donna's accounting firm $600 for professional services related to Alan Arby, the customer, and we gave her check number 2. So we must pay this in order to be able to service Alan, so we will therefore include Alan's name when we record check number 2. So what will be the result in the trial balance after check number 2? Well, cash in bank will decrease by $600 and become $24,405. And of course, legal and professional service will show up for the first time as $600. And then we will check the profit and loss by client. So from the top left, we click New. We go to the column of vendors and we click Check. Now, this should be check number 2 because we gave a refund to someone with check number 1. But this person we're paying is Donna's accounting firm. Now be careful. You must make sure that the money is being paid from the correct bank account and on the correct date. Now, why did we pay Donna's accounting firm? Click directly under the category, then click the pull-down arrow and scroll down to the specific expense, Legal and Professional Services. The amount that we are paying her is $600. Now, do not touch the billable check mark. Do not touch. We will learn about that in the next video. For now, it should remain gray. So we put in the who, the when, the what, and the why, and the how much. But before we save this particular check, we must tell QuickBooks which particular client this check. In this case, it was Alan Arby. Alan Arby. So we now click Save and Close. Now when we click Reports, Trial Balance, the numbers are exactly as what we expected after paying our first expense. Cash and Chase Bank is down to $24,405, and Legal and Professional Services has shown up for the first time as $600. Now let's check the profit and loss by client for the very first time. We click Reports, Profit and Loss by Client. Now take a look. In the column of Alan Arby, we have earned a total of $3,005, some from legal services, some from notary, but our profit from Alan is only $2,405 because we had $600 in expenses that relate specifically to Alan Arby. So this bottom line is the real money amount we made from that client. Now let's try a second example. Let's imagine on February 23rd, we paid UPS $300 for a delivery that relates to servicing Betty Boop. The money was paid from the company bank account by debit card. Therefore, we must include Betty's name when we record the expense. And we will use the expense window because we paid by debit card. So here we are back in QuickBooks Online, and we choose New, and we go to the vendor column, and instead of clicking Check, we click Expense. Now you may notice that the expense window looks exactly like the checks window, and the only difference is instead of this saying check number, it says reference number. But it's basically the same thing, the number of the transaction. We change the date to February 23rd of 2001. Now the vendor that we're paying is UPS, and you have to make sure the money is being paid from the correct bank account. You click directly under the word category and then click the pull down arrow and you will choose delivery expense. And we know that the amount of this payment is $300. The most important point is that the customer field, we need to choose the customer that this expense relates to. Betty Boop. Betty Boop is the client that caused us to pay this $300 in delivery expense. So when we click Save and Close, and we look again at the profit and loss by client, we can see that even though we earned $4,000 in legal services From Betty Boop, we only profited by $3,700 because we needed to pay this $300 in delivery in order to perform those legal services.